Hey skiers, it's Bob, Skiessentials.com.
And I'm Alli.
How's it going today? Fall is in the air, we got some leaves turning. Time for another ski review. This time it is the Rossignol Experience 88 Ti Women's. And for those familiar with Rossignol, this Experience line has been pretty popular over the past few years. The men's version's very similar to the women's. And this 88, like we talk about a lot, we feel is highly versatile, especially for here at Stowe or other eastern resorts where you're doing a little bit of everything. And that's really where this ski excels. For this year, the Experience 88 Ti Women's has a wood core with Rossignol's line control technology. So from a build standpoint, they got this vertical strip of metal going through the center of the ski. A lot of companies these days are playing with this vertical laminates, and a couple of things it does is it really prevents the ski from flopping around. Most brands that have this technology, they see a lot of good things coming out of it with the ski just really being stable and damp. 88 underfoot, so we're going to get that good mix of floating and carving. Here at Stowe, we get a lot of days with a little bit of snow, so depending on where you are, that really makes a lot of sense. So, Alli, you've skied on this. You're what I would call a classic all-mountain skier, a little bit of everything. How do you feel like this goes? Let's start with like groomers and then move into more off-piste stuff. So groomers, what do you got?
I was pleasantly surprised by this ski. It is light and agile, but with that line technology in there, it is a little more dampening under the foot, so you're not feeling that vibration. You're able to carve edge to edge really easily. With the shape of the nose, you can definitely get into that turn easily, and the tail is going to hold you there, but it also allows a little release with that just slight upturn in the tail, and we're talking very slight. So I had a breeze on these on the groomers. I would take these almost everywhere. I think that they fit a wide variety of skiers, even from intermediate to expert level. I think that anyone can get on this and really have some fun on it, especially on the front side.
Yeah, and I've skied on the men's version. I had this same experience where, it was very natural feeling underfoot. Not a lot of vibrations at all. So that's one of the things that a lot of skiers are looking for is how damp is this ski? Did you feel like it was too heavy at all though, or?
No, I skied this on a slightly chattery day, a little icy, with some crud around on the sides of the trails, and I felt that I could maneuver through the crud pretty easily, but my legs weren't vibrating and shaking, I wasn't chattering on the ice. I really felt very stable on it.
Cool. And also, this VAS technology in the tip really lightens it. So if you're talking about swing weight, that tip is going to engage better, but it's not going to flop around because of that technology. So this air tip is lighter, so you feel that, with initiating the turn. And I feel like that really helps with keeping the vibrations down too, which is a nice combination to have with the stable and lightweight. Moguls, I saw you bumping off in some of those videos.
Definitely hit these with the Moguls, and I'm not one to always go in the Moguls, but I felt pretty confident on these, just because of the weight and the stability. You want kind of a stiffer ski when you're going in the Moguls, but you don't want to be exerted. You don't want your legs to be tired. These did it all. I was able to pop the turns. If I wanted to go around them and avoid everything, I could also do that. I could hit just about anything in this and feel confident that my ski was going to turn the way I wanted it to, and that the condition wasn't going to affect the ski.
Yeah, and so a lot of parallels probably with tree skiing too. It's when you think about skiing in the trees, sometimes you're thinking about deep powder. Not always the case. We have a lot of good tight trees around here. They do get skied out, so it's not like you want 105, 110 underfoot for a daily ski wherein the conditions get packed out. So 88 underfoot, we're still talking about that nice maneuverability. Pretty stiff in the tail, which I think is helpful in the trees. How do you feel like they were, in those tighter situations?
I definitely like a stiffer tail. I think it releases easily when you need it to, but when you're in those trees, you almost want that control around those tighter turns. We talk about that one quiver ski all the time, and if I had to choose one, which I don't want to, if I had to choose one, this would probably be my option for this year. I felt confident going everywhere on the mountain, and the trees are something that I've always struggled with in the East Coast because they're narrower, and with this length and this width, the slight turn in the tail, but it's still a stiff tail. It works all beautifully out there.
Yeah, and a little bit of tip rocker to help keep you up on top of that snow. So, bottom line, we're looking at a wide group of skiers here that can benefit and will really like this. I mean, you're what I would call a high-end skier, and you're finding a lot to like about it. And that mid-range skier is definitely going to find it to be pretty easy, I would say, and not too demanding. So we're looking at a really wide audience here. And that's one of the things that is really nice about this Experience line, specifically this 88 Ti women's version. Anything else to add with the
What's great about the Rossi line is that their men's and their women's versions are almost identical. So, if you had a shorter guy out there, I would totally recommend the ski. I mean, look, it's blue. Everyone would love this color. So don't be afraid by the women's specific ski in this line. It's geared for every skier out there.
Yeah. Well, that's the Rossignol Experience 88 Ti women's version. And we are looking forward to getting on snow soon. Like I said, leaves are changing. So winter is upon us, and I can't wait. So we'll see you next time, and we'll talk about more skis.